The hunters had come from the far edges of the galaxy. 8 of them, 8 apex predators, each bred for destruction, each armed with weapons crafted to obliterate worlds. Their armor shimmered with adaptive camo, their claws could cut through titanium, and their eyes could see in wavelengths no human could imagine. They had heard of a human who carried a weapon unlike any other. The humans were weak, yes, but sometimes weakness hid strength. Legends had been whispered through the void. Tales of a lone human surviving encounters no alien had endured. And now they had come to test that myth. The human was named Kieran. He was small, even by human standards, but the stories underestimated him. He had been on this planet alone for months, surveying the jungles of Sorith Prime. The jungle was alive with predators, but Kieran had adapted. He could move without sound, blend with shadows, and his senses were sharp enough to notice the faintest movement in the tallest trees. And he had the weapon. It was strange. It didn't roar or spit fire. It wasn't a plasma rifle or a laser cannon. It was simple, almost laughable to anyone who didn't understand its design. A human-crafted gauntlet that could manipulate energy. A weapon that could absorb, redirect, and amplify the power of anything it touched. But the apex hunters did not know this. They saw only a small human, alone, and they moved to take the weapon by force. The ambush was precise. They struck at dawn when the light was weakest, the mist thick, and Kieran's silhouette barely visible. They cornered him near a cliff overlooking the jungle. He held his gauntlet ready, but even he knew he could not fight 8 of these predators at once. Not head-on, handed over, human, growled the largest hunter. Its voice was deep, vibrating, like a drum of war. Your toy will serve our clan. Kieran's eyes scanned the jungle. He saw nothing but fog, trees, and sharp blades of alien teeth glinting in the mist. He smiled, small, calm, dangerous. You'll have to take it from me, he said. They lunged, all 8 at once. Sharp claws, teeth, and brute strength. Kieran raised the gauntlet, but he did not strike. Instead, the gauntlet hummed, and the moment their claws touched it, a surge of energy shot through them. They staggered, hissing in pain, but the human did not attack. He stepped back, letting them recover, letting them grow arrogant. The hunters laughed then, a sound that made the trees tremble. Pitiful human. You barely scratch us. Give us the weapon. Kieran's eyes narrowed. He spoke softly. You have no idea what you are touching. They didn't listen. They grabbed the gauntlet. And that was the moment they made their fatal mistake. The weapon activated. Not like a gun, not like a bomb, but like a signal. A pulse, deep and resonant, spread through the jungle. Trees shook, birds scattered. The ground itself seemed to hum. And then came the sound. Low at first. A rumble beneath their feet. The apex hunters froze. Something massive stirred. Something that had slept for centuries. Something that humans had long feared and aliens had whispered about. The creature emerged from the jungle. A titan of muscle and scales, twice the size of any hunter. Its eyes glowed like molten gold, and its roar split the mist like lightning. Its claws were longer than any hunter's sword. Its tail smashed trees aside. Its presence alone made the hunters tremble. Kieran stepped forward. He did not raise the gauntlet. He didn't need to. The creature had recognized the signal. It was bonded to the human weapon, a guardian waiting for the moment it was called. The hunters scrambled, realizing too late that they had awakened a force far beyond their comprehension. The first hunter attacked, thinking brute force could still win. The creature's tail swept like a storm. The hunter flew, armor shattered, claws broken. Others tried to flank it, using speed and numbers. The creature's roar answered each attack. Its movements were calculated, intelligent, terrifying. One by one, the hunters fell. Kieran watched, calm, methodical. He did not interfere. The gauntlet pulsed in his hand, syncing with the creature. Every attack the hunters made was mirrored and magnified by the Guardian. Every step they took, every strike they threw, was anticipated. The hunters were apex predators, yes, but they were no match for an ancient force awakened and controlled by human ingenuity. Within minutes, the hunters were reduced to piles of broken armor and shattered pride. Their screams echoed through the jungle, fading as the creature silenced them. Kieran approached the largest hunter, the one who had spoken first. The hunter tried to raise a claw, but the creature had its gaze fixed on him. Kieran placed a hand on the gauntlet. A subtle pulse of energy moved through him. The hunter dropped to his knees, defeated but alive. "Tell your clans," Kieran said softly, "that humans are not weak, and never touch what does not belong to you." The creature let out a final roar, a sound that would echo across Sorith Prime for days. Then it retreated into the jungle, vanishing as if it had never been there. Only the crushed armor, broken weapons, and stunned hunters remained. Kieran walked away, the jungle returning to its calm state. He had survived, not because of strength alone, but because of strategy, patience, and the bond between human and weapon. Far above, in the orbit of a nearby star, the alien clans received the report. 8 apex hunters sent to test a human. All 8 returned in pieces, not a single weapon taken. A new message was etched into their history. Humans were not just survivors. Humans were strategists. Humans could awaken forces beyond comprehension. Humans were dangerous in ways no alien had ever imagined. And Kieran, alone in the jungle, smiled. The weapon hummed softly. The Guardian slept again, but both were ready, because any who dared challenge humans again would not live to tell the tale. The galaxy had learned a lesson. The one they thought weak was far stronger than any predator. The one they dismissed as small and fragile had allies that could crush entire clans. The humans were not just a species, they were a force, and Kieran was their quiet vanguard, asterisk.